It's a real vision to revitalise over the next 10, 12 years for Nottingham. We're looking at a skills agenda to help employment so that people in Nottingham can gain employment. We're looking at a sports and leisure offer with Kelly Club. We're looking at improved parks, waterways, green spaces, cleaner streets and neighbourhood. There's so much that we're going to do with giving shopfront grants to the shops in Nottingham and with a number of environment schemes. I know that I won't say too much because I know Glyn wants to say it, but I really do recommend this to Council, that we go for this. It matters to Nottingham. It's waited a long time for this, and it's Nottingham's turn, quite frankly. So Glyn, do you want to?
It works when the red light's not showing. It's perverse.
Thank you, Leader. Was it on? Anyway, never mind. I visited Nottingham yesterday to the Hazel Garth dementia facility, and I know they used to be very involved with the communities group, but I think the lady who was has now retired, and sort of nobody else has sent to take that facility on. I just wondered whether or not local members could get involved in some way. And
But if I can reply, we were actually discussing that yesterday with
good.
the lady you mentioned.
Right, yes. Was it Hazel? Or?
Hazel,
Hazel.
yes. Our neighbourhood watch chair, fantastic lady, and
yes.
she's looking at doing something with us in terms of putting some capital into Hazel Garth, just to improve surroundings so people can enjoy that outdoor space a bit more. But it has picked up again, I'm pleased to say.
It would be great because, as I say, that there's a facility that for dementia that projects onto a table and very interactive. There's one in Pontefract Library,
That's the one, yeah. But they're quite expensive, and I wondered whether or not it would fit the criteria for the capital grant in your ward, but you do need a community group to actually apply for it.
Yeah, we have got that underway. We've also got great links now with the Old Quarry Children's Centre.
Right,
We'll go in
okay.
and they sing to residents, and they'll love it. So it's really good.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll make 2 points myself if I can. One is, this is the easy bit. The preparation of the plan is the easy bit. The difficult bit is making sure that we implement it. So I'd hate to give colleagues some advice, but I will on this occasion, to local members. You've got to keep on to us. You and your 2 colleagues have been responsible for driving this. You have. I've been involved in some of those meetings. You've got to keep driving it as local members, and I know that you will. And I think the other important thing from, again, past experience is to make sure that you get community buy-in. It's really important that you take the community along with you. We found when we had some of the initiatives from the Channel 4 programme, if you remember, some years ago now, the schemes that lasted longest, if you like, were the ones that had the community support from the outset. So rather than impose things on local residents, it's making sure we listen to them, and that this plan is very much built round both you as local members and them as local residents, and that's the way that you get this awful word sustainability. So thank you for pushing us so far. Keep on. I know you will, I don't have to tell you that, but keep on doing it.
We'll be there.
Do you want the last word?
Well, it's just to, again, welcome the vision, the report, and build on next week's launch and see how far we get. But no doubt there'll be hiccups along the way, but we expect that. But yeah, looking forward to seeing it moving on. Great, thank you very much. Going to pass on our thanks to you 2 colleagues as well. Yeah, thank you. Okay, cheers. Okay, colleagues, that deals with agenda item 7. Agenda item 8, good news, cultural development funding. Jackie.
Nurturing existing businesses, attracting new ones, and over a period of time, we expect that to lead to 600 jobs. So it really is a very exciting development. But to move this forward now, Cabinet is asked to approve acceptance of the Department of Culture, Youth and Sports monies, so that we can actually create a platform. And as part of that, we're asked to allocate 600,000 into the Council's capital programme so that we can use it for match funding. Also, what we would like is approval for is the use of the existing Wakefield Market Hall. This is going to be demolished and disposed of, but this has been identified as an ideal location to establish the creative hub in the centre of Wakefield. So what we would like is the Commission to go ahead and use it for that purpose. And with that, Mr.
Matt.
Yeah, thank you, Jackie. I welcome this report. I think it goes back to the summit we had yesterday morning, listening to some of the speakers. One of the things I found really interesting is we've seen the decline of the high street and the major retailers leave the high street. What do we fill these spaces with? It was nice to see about different towns and cities that open these little niche centres where people could go in there, set a little business up for something like 50 quid a week or whatever it was, to get the business up and running, get themselves some confidence to establish them, and then maybe move on to some bigger premises or something like that. And I hope we can use that in some way, because I think that to me is I would see the future of the high street, where we see these little niche shops where people are going to come in for these because you can't find them anywhere else. You go to all the shopping outlets, you may as well be in any shopping outlet anywhere in the country. There are always the same shops in there. I think this is something we need desperately in Wakefield. So I welcome the report, Jackie, and I hope we can use it in that way.
What else? I mean, obviously, it's great news. Builds on everything that we've been trying to do so far. Nobody else? If not, can we agree the recommendation, please? Thank you. Okay, next one, review of council tax support scheme. Michael.
So the council tax support scheme was brought in 2013, and the whole purpose is to support people from low-income households to pay their council tax. It is reviewed annually, but it's remained unchanged since it was implemented. And the main reason we are proposing changes currently is because of the implementation of universal credit. So the council tax support is awarded and it's determined on a means test. And universal credit is extremely responsive to any small change in income. So every time a CTS claim is updated, we have to send out as a council an updated bill, and that obviously comes with a cost. So to mitigate this, we are going to be introducing or proposing to introduce bands to reflect household sizes and income levels. So today we're asking Cabinet to support the recommendation that Cabinet agrees to review the council tax support scheme, and that it supports it going out to consultation as well. And just to give you some insight into how this will affect residents, 98% of everyone on the scheme will either see an increase in their allowance or they'll see no change whatsoever. There is a small 2% that will see a decrease, and we do have some transitional protection in place for those very small number of people that will be adversely affected. So with that, I move the recommendations. Thank you.
Any questions or comments? No? If not, move on to the final item on the agenda, financial health report, which is mine. To say to you, our revenue budget is it says 235 million, but it's not strictly, is it? It's 234,909,000, but what's 100,000 between friends? Or 91,000 between friends. And we've got projected underspend of 119,000, which is 0.05%. But the report does point out, and we should recognise this in 4.5, we had to put some money into helping both children's services and some of the extra demand that we've been facing. Otherwise, the position would have been different. But again, it does show that we're able to do that, which is again another example of the fact that it's a well-managed authority. While I'm on this item, by the way, I think I should mention the announcement yesterday from government that all of a sudden, just before the Brexit vote, they've decided they're going to help the north of England, and the figure that has been allocated to the whole of Yorkshire and the Humber is £198 million. I think the figure for the Midlands worked out at about £5 a person. I'm not sure what the figure is for Yorkshire and the Humber. I suspect it's even lower than that because we are a bigger area. So the amount that has been made available is derisory. It in no way makes up for what's been taken from local government over the last few years. I was asked for a quote yesterday, and I said exactly the same. It's clearly designed to try and persuade some MPs to support Theresa May's failed EU deal. Anyway, happy to answer questions on the report itself or the other announcement I've made. Anybody else? Matt?
In one respect, Mr. Leader, I'm absolutely appalled in what the government's done. What was the point in austerity? We all disagreed with it. And then, once again, they can shape the magic money tree, as they've done with their colleagues in government, and just weep some money out of nowhere. And what the announcement, it's over 7 years. Because as you said, it's absolutely pitiful. It doesn't make up for anything that we've lost, the services we've lost, the jobs we've lost. I just think that what was the pain all for? It was just, to me, I'm just appalled by what the government's done on this.
Well, I mean, the best about it is that I'm told that the money is going to be given to the LEP. So it's going to be given to the private sector to administer. You seriously couldn't make this up. You couldn't. But there you go. I suppose if you're desperate to try and persuade your own MPs to vote, you'll do anything. Anybody else? If not, that concludes the agenda. Thank you Oh yeah, it doesn't conclude. Yeah, too much caffeine. Sent me giddy. Matt, the extra report, Glasshouse Link Road.
Don't start getting giddy. Nobody likes giddiness.
Hello.
Mr. Leader, the purpose of the report today is to advise Cabinet on the progress made towards the delivery of the Glasshouse and Southern Link Road, to seek approval to award the contract to deliver the Glasshouse and Southern Link Road, and to seek formal approval from Cabinet for the Council to use the West Yorkshire Plus Transport Fund grant funding to construct the road. Mr. Leader, I see this report today as the final link in the Glasshouse scheme to unlock quite a lot of land down there, a scheme that. How long does it go back, Denise? Because I think you're the only one now that can remember the initial days of Glasshouse coming to fruition. It will unlock a lot of land for jobs. Some 3,200 jobs can be created. Some 1,300 new homes can be delivered. But also, most importantly, to anybody living in the Castleford, especially the Glasshouse area, it could massively ease congestion around Leeds Road and the Asda roundabout, and obviously reduce pollution down there. So, Mr. Leader, I'd like to formally move this report and hope the Cabinet accepts it.
Thank you. Jackie Eden.
I really welcome this report, Matthew. There is congestion around a scale fish, as you know, and anything that can possibly be done to ease that traffic congestion is very, very welcome. So I'm delighted that the proposal is.
I'm just smiling because every time I hear traffic congestion, I just, somebody who uses the bus all the time, I just smile.
Do buses not get caught in traffic congestion?
Oh, excuse me as well, while we're on the bus this morning, coming over Heath Common, seriously, it's a serious point this, that, can you stop all those cars going in the bus lane? Please.
Was it in the hours operational for the bus lane?
Yes.
What time was it?
Oh God, it was about 8:20 in the morning.
Ooh, that might just be an operational area. I will have our civic patrollers patrol
Seriously,
at that time.
it's happening more and more that the buses cannot get into that bus lane, and it is causing some problems, seriously.
Yeah, I don't disagree, but obviously there's an operational period on that bus lane as well. So
we know, don't we, Jackie? Okay, thank you for that. Anything else? If not, that concludes the agenda, and we'll get our photograph done now.